What's going up, bull runners? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we have an amazing video for you, from groundbreaking policy shifts in El Salvador to a potential game changing in the NFT platforms and a massive acquisition in the works for 2025. And it's all about to happen right now. So first up, we have El Salvador. Remember when they went all in on Bitcoin? Well, there's been a plot twist. They've just secured a $1.4 billion loan from the IMF, but with a caveat. Bitcoin payments are now voluntary. Was this compromise or a strategic play? It seems like El Salvador is trying to balance international finance obligations with its crypto ambitions. And this could be either a setback for Bitcoin's adoption or a smart pivot to appease international leaders while keeping their crypto vision alive. Then we're going to be shifting over to NFTs. The OpenSea Foundation has officially launched, and now here's where it gets interesting. Is a token airdrop on the horizon? Speculation is rife, and if you've been in the NFT game, this could be your golden ticket. OpenSea's move might just redefine how we interact with NFTs, pushing for broader adoption and potentially rewarding early adopters. So keep your eyes peeled for any announcements that could turn your digital art into even more digital gold. And of course, the blockbuster news: Bitstamp is setting up shop on XRP Ledger to build a derivatives exchange. But on top of that, there's also a bombshell hidden in 2025 of a new partnership that we're going to be diving into today. So if you're feeling bullish about this current bull run, let me know by commenting 777 down below. And if you're going to be the first millionaire in your family tree, confirm that by smashing subscribe. Today, we are going to be taking a look at the charts for XRP, and we will also be stopping by at Bitcoin, finding out where are the next moves for that. And if you remember, a couple of days ago, we talked about unicorn fart dust in this crazy wild story. We were talking about price needed to probably come back down into this support level before it took off to the upside. Sure enough, came up, made a W pattern, and is now tracking to the upside. Are we too late for unicorn fart dust? It is possible, but there is a similar coin called Seahorse that just ran into its bottom. Could we see another significant rise for Seahorse, the new boomer token? And we'll also take a look at Size, the token we've been following for quite some time. It did come down into its support, but never broke back above that resistance line. So we'll take a look at more information on Size today as well. El Salvador makes Bitcoin payments voluntary in $1.4 billion IMF loan deal. So as we know, Bitcoin has been suffering a minor pullback. Some people are freaking out, major pullback in the crypto markets. But let's take a look at this first and foremost. Bitcoin recently made a new all-time high at $108,000 just 4 or 5 days ago on December 17th. The next day, the Federal Reserve comes out and announces that they're not going to do 3 interest rate reductions next year, but only 2. So turning hawkish and scaring some people into thinking that we could see some bad situations for crypto. And on top of that, the same exact day, on the same exact conversation, he announces that there is a law that currently states that the Federal Reserve cannot own Bitcoin. So it was a double whammy from the United States, stating that they're not going to be able to move forward with the strategic Bitcoin reserve as of right now. Obviously, we know that that could potentially change when Trump is officially in office. Then stack on top of that, that El Salvador was trying to get this loan in the news at the same exact time all this was going on. So there was some extremely bearish fundamental news during this drop, from the newest all-time high of $108,000 to this recent bottom of the pullback of $91-ish thousand. Now we have rallied up nice, currently sitting at 97,791. So this could be a trick, right? So the president of El Salvador may have said, sure, I'll go ahead and make crypto payments optional or voluntary. Give me my $1.4 billion. Then he has all this money that he can do what with? Potentially buy more Bitcoin. So was it a bait and switch by Meili? We'll find out. But the Central American nation will get $1.4 billion from the IMF over the next 40 months after agreeing to measures aimed at dropping its debt to GDP ratio, the global lender said in December 18th statement. The potential risks of the Bitcoin project will be diminished significantly in line with fund policies. Legal reforms will make acceptance of Bitcoin by the private sector voluntary. Now, if you remember, he was forcing everyone in the country to accept Bitcoin because he was trying to move to a Bitcoin-dominated country. For the public sector, engagement in Bitcoin-related economic activities and transactions in and purchases of Bitcoin will be confined. IMF also said that taxes will be paid in US dollars, the country's official currency, and government involvement in the state-backed crypto wallet Chivo will gradually be unwound. So they have this big chunk of Bitcoin stored in their Chivo wallet, and the IMF said that they need to start selling some of that off or unwinding of the amount that they're holding over time in order to get this loan. So you can see how this is a kind of a bearish sentiment for Bitcoin because this is a nation state. And we're hoping for nation state adoption from other countries. We're hoping for the United States adoption with its Bitcoin reserve. We're hoping for corporate adoption from major companies. El Salvador began buying Bitcoin in 2021 with the country's national Bitcoin offices tracker showing it currently holds 5,968 Bitcoin worth $602 million. This agreement still needs the IMF executive board's approval, but it marks an end to 4 years of negotiation that featured President Nayib Bukele's adoption of Bitcoin as a legal tender in September of 2021, making it the first country in the world to do so. In reaction to the IMF's announcement, Bukele's Bitcoin advisor Max Kaiser said on X that if the IMF, nobody pays attention to those assholes and called for the agreement bureaucratic, meaningless, and nonsense. Bitcoin use in El Salvador was always voluntary, and the usage has never been higher and continues to grow, Kaiser said in an X post. The IMF point is DOA, dead on arrival. However, an October survey of Salvadorans found that 92% don't make transactions using Bitcoin, an increase from 2023 survey that said 88% did not use Bitcoin for transactions. Next up, let's talk about the NFTs and OpenSea Foundation launching. There's been a ton of talk about the potential of OpenSea doing a token airdrop. We've seen what happened recently with Pengu, the NFT collection. They dropped their meme coin. We saw many months ago ApeCoin dropping for the Bored Ape Yacht Club holders. And now OpenSea may be dropping a token as well. And by the way, if you want up-to-date news every single day, you can join us over at Altcoin Pro University. This is one of our top analysts breaking it down for us. I wanted to share you the news from him. OpenSea has officially launched the OpenSea Foundation, sparking major speculation in the NFT space. Historically, when crypto platforms form foundation, it often signals the possibility of a token launch. For early power users, this could mean potentially eligibility for an airdrop. The odds for an OpenSea token launch have surged on Polymarket, further fueling the hype. This can follow the Magic Eden launch, which was a decent-sized airdrop for many. So here are some inside thoughts. Could this be a start of a renewed NFT season? The recent launch of Pudgy Penguins token has reignited NFT excitement with volume skyrocketing across top collections. If OpenSea follows suit with a token, early adopters and power users may be in for a big reward. Time to keep an eye on the OpenSea related tasks, interactions, and activity. And when you jump over to X and you do a simple search for OpenSea, make sure you're following OpenSea, by the way. They have obviously great information that pops out all the time. But this is the one that sparked the most excitement as of recent. Ocean enters the chat, the OpenSea Foundation here. And when you hover over their profile here, it says that they're following one person. Of course, that would be OpenSea. They already have 40,000 followers. And on top of that, this was a really interesting thing here, right? So imagine if MetaMask and OpenSea linked up to reward early ETH and NFT adopters. So I know a lot of you guys out there use MetaMask for years and years and years. Could you imagine MetaMask token? That could potentially, there has been talk that that could happen as well. But also all of you NFT traders out there, you may now have an opportunity to score on this OpenSea Foundation token. And when we see here the OpenSea X page, a new OpenSea is coming December of 2024. People are obviously hyped up. OpenSea airdrop incoming. Ocean enters the chat, was then followed up by OpenSea tweeting out, "Waves, hello." And to tell you how long ago people were talking about a token being happening, this is a post from February 17th, 2023. Thesis, OpenSea token, C token would have about a 15 billion fully diluted valuation, 5x the blur. If they airdrop 40% of the community, that would be $6 billion. And this would change 2.6 million lives and will become the largest airdrop and general wealth event in history of the NFTs. And that was years ago. Now we have more adoption and we have more of a valuation. So this could be very huge. Make sure to follow up and keep in tune with us. Join us at bullrunners.com. Join the Altcoin Pro University. Get started now. With over 1,000 members in the community, $97 a month. That price is going up to $197 in January. So make sure you grandfather yourself in now. Or if you like taking advantage of the discount, we have a yearly plan, $970 for the year. That'll be going up to $1970. So lock in now, grandfather yourself in. 100 plus expert curated classes, live weekly calls, daily market updates, as you saw with the NFT update there, global community as well. Connect and chat with like-minded investors and grow together. All right, XRP Army, now it's time to talk about Bitstamp building derivatives exchange on XRP Ledger, and then also the acquisition in 2025. So what's great here is by setting up on the XRP Ledger, Bitstamp leverages the technology advantages such as speed, scalability, and low transaction fees, which can enhance the efficiency of trading derivatives. The XRPL is known for its ability to handle cross-border payments with high throughput, potentially making it an ideal platform for derivatives trading. And with this is going to come a lot of market expansion. The derivatives market is actually vast, with estimates suggest that it's worth trillions of dollars. By entering this market, with the platform built on XRP Ledger, Bitstamp could tap into a new segment of financial products, potentially attracting more traders, both retail and institutional. And this move could significantly expand Bitstamp's market reach and influence. And if you remember, they just launched Athena, the company with the T-bills, the treasury bills, on XRP Ledger, and that sold out within 10 minutes. So you know how powerful XRP Ledger can be for this type of partnership and this type of rollout. So how did this all come about? Well, Bitstamp's involvement with Ripple has been growing, with Ripple having invested in Bitstamp back in the day by acquiring a stake of Pantera Capital. And this collaboration strengthens both entities' positions in the crypto space, potentially driving more adoption for XRPL and XRP. The partnership could also lead to innovations like tokenized derivatives, which could be a game changer in how derivatives are handled and traded. And of course, I think the thing that most people are excited about is the anticipation of a Robinhood acquisition. The upcoming acquisition by Robinhood, planned for early 2025, adds another layer of significance because this deal could expand Bitstamp's customer base by bringing new trading capabilities, including possibility of no fee or low fee crypto futures, thereby increasing the platform's attractiveness. And one thing a lot of people are not talking about is the potential for decentralized finance, or DeFi, because if the derivatives exchange leverages the decentralized aspects of XRPL, it might push towards a more decentralized finance model for derivatives, potentially leading to the world's first decentralized foreign exchange and crypto derivatives market. This could revolutionize how derivatives are traded, making them more accessible and less dependent on centralized entities. Taking a look over here at the charts for XRP, what we're going to notice is this is a really extreme and positive support level that we've been able to maintain at $2.21. In fact, yesterday, obviously we had that extreme dip down to $1.96. Buyers bought that right back up. And that same thing happened to us on December 10th when price came all the way down to that same level. Buyers bought it back up. And even the day before on the 9th, when it dropped significantly, buyers bought it back up. So keeping that level of $2.21 has been very, very important. Now, some other things to keep in mind. When we look at our indicator for momentum down here at the bottom, the Fu Manchu indicator, these are the momentum waves here. And as we can see, we had a little slight rip to the upside that ended on December 17th, but then all of that bad news came out on December 18th. That also, crashed the entire market or pulled back the entire market. Well, the momentum has been dipping and it is now below the zero line. Now, this is actually going to be potentially a very, very positive thing, because if we get the momentum line to turn back to the upside, which we can see now, the VWAP indicator, which is this lighter white versus this intersection right here, you can see this momentum wave to this momentum wave created a bullish divergence. And that bullish divergence played out here, which was November 5th. And obviously price continued up from there. Not a very extreme bullish divergence either. However, if this momentum wave that's playing out right here does a quick little turnaround, and then we also have right here our VWAP doing the positive turnaround as well. Then going from here to here, we have our momentum waves, and this would be the trigger wave to push back above, because you can see what happens when price gets or momentum gets above the zero line. It can really bring the momentum up along with the money flow. So we continue to maintain this $2.21 support. All of our momentum and volume starts to switch to positive. Then we finally see the start of our next leg to the upside, getting us up to that previous all-time high of $3.31. Another very interesting thing to take a look at here is last month's candle ended right where our previous all-time high candle bodies were as well. With this month's candle, we've broken through that. So we've got bullish momentum to the upside on the monthly. Obviously, yes, we've had a retracement with the big wick here. We have 10 days left in the monthly calendar. And if we take a look at this higher time frame, the momentum and the money flow is definitely starting to head towards the green side. Right now we're in the red, which would indicate a bullish sentiment. When we drop into our weekly charts, we can see that the money flow was leaving the red into the green. So massive turnover to the upside. Money flow crossed over the zero line, and that's where we started to take off to the upside. Same thing happened over here historically as well. When money flow started coming in, price ran to the upside. As far as the weekly candle goes, we have 1 day and 4 hours left remaining. Taking a look at Bitcoin, we have these lines here indicating interest rate cuts. Same scenario happened to us, interest rate cut on the 18th. Now, the last 2 interest rate cuts we had increased the value of Bitcoin. So I do see a positive correlation here. We do need to see the rip to the upside. Obviously, Jerome Powell talking hawkish, meaning not wanting to cut rates in 2025 as aggressively. That set us back, had a little pullback, which was a healthy pullback. We are making momentum back to the upside. When we take a look at the charts on the weekly, we do have 1 day and 4 hours left. And what you'll notice is prices come down and then bought back up, prices come down and bought back up, prices come down and bought back up the last 3 weeks. This week as well, we had another pullback. Buyers are buying it back up at the moment, but it is going to be important that we finish our buyback above this level here of 99,000. The reality is, on the daily charts over the next 2 days, it would be very bullish if we got back over 100,000. On our Bitcoin momentum waves, we did get a red dot last week, and we are starting to pull back on the momentum waves to the downside. Money flow is coming down. VWAP is coming down. However, when we take a look at the daily chart, VWAP is starting to curl back up, and VWAP being volume weighted price. And we can see the momentum line has also gotten very low, like it did on XRP. Now, XRP has gotten below the zero line and potentially making the turn back up. Bitcoin is getting down to the level of the 5-6 level. Today's daily candle has 3 hours left while I'm recording this, so we'll be able to see the update tomorrow. So make sure you subscribe, check back in, see what we're looking like. Now let's go take a look at some of these fun coins, some of these meme coins. So here we have Unicorn Fart Dust. If you've not heard about this, a gentleman in his basement who is a gold and silver maxi. He does not believe crypto is a real thing. In fact, he's been talking trash on Bitcoin for years, and he used to call it Unicorn Fart Dust. Well, he learned how to create a coin on Pump Fund, and he called it Unicorn Fart Dust. So anyway, he ended up creating the coin, and it wasn't doing very well, but it started getting some traction on crypto Twitter. Somebody found his YouTube page, and everyone started buying the coin. Now, obviously, it gets to a level, people start taking profits. And when we do our Heikin-Ashi candles looking for supply and demand on the 1 hour charts, we found this zone right here. And so price, when we were talking about it, this level was not here yet. This was going to be on the 15-minute charts, but I was talking about that one as a resistance to the upside. And we've actually broken back above that. But anyway, getting back into this level would have been a good support level. It did run up, came back, retested, and now it's making its way up. Currently sitting at 173 million. Down in this box here, it was under 100 million. So I thought, okay, well, this one, I missed it. No big deal. Then on X, there was a gentleman who launched a token as well called Seahorse. Very similar situation. Older gentleman, kind of crazy guy. And people started getting behind his token as well. It has come down, hit support once. It has then gained some more run to the upside, but did not make a new high and did not even get back into our resistance level up here at about 17 million. So it came back down, does not have much volume right now, but I'm going to continue to follow this just because these are the types of coins that a cult following can get behind. If this guy's cool, he continues to make videos on YouTube and pump some information about his token and how excited he is about it, etc., we could then see a move back to the upside. So it's currently sitting at $3 million. As of yesterday, last night, it was all the way up to $14 million. All the liquidity's locked, $3 million market cap right now. So do your own research. By the way, don't ever buy or sell any tokens we talk about on this channel. I just find some of these things really cool and really interesting. So I try to bring it to you guys to share with you. Next up, we have Size. And this is another one of those low cap gems right now, $2.3 million market cap. Has a liquidity of $200,000. And what we've been following this one for a while. We here at the channel believe this is a really good opportunity here. So Size, it was pumping up. And when we were talking about it, we said if it breaks this level right here, then it could come back into this level and pick up some steam. Sure enough, it did. And it got back. Let's get rid of this new line here. It got back up into its resistance level. Didn't quite make it above that level. It sold off. So currently the RSI got extremely oversold, which is typically a good spot to find a coin. It's starting to make its move back up. We'd love to see it get above the 50 level. That's going to be showing more bullish momentum there. And then when you pull the ray from its the most recent peak to where it hit that resistance, we can see that price did break out, came back and retested this level down here, and it's starting to make its way back up. So what we're looking for now is to create some new market structure. As we can see, price tried to get here before, created a resistance, broke through, came down to the level, support and resistance area here. So if price can get back to this level, 3.5, break it, create another support level, then we could see the next move to the upside. Right now, it is still in bearish market structure, making lower highs, lower highs. So we do need to break above here. And once it makes its next higher high, then we turn on some bullish market structure and we could see it rise to the upside. Now, obviously, all of these coins, the whole market sold off, but meme coins really take a beating in this scenario. So all the momentum that it had started to gain, unfortunately, it lost a couple of days ago. But as we see on the daily charts, when we take a look at standard candles, price came down, dipped through the liquidity, and it's starting to make its move up today. So we'll continue to follow Size, try to get it back above that 3.7 million level, create some new market structure, and make its way back to the upside. From where price sits now to this resistance level, it is a 45% move. Then we take it up to the next resistance level, it'll be 127% move, 129. Then you got the next level of 270%. And then you got the previous all-time high, which would be 1,060% move. So yeah, go have some fun. Check out these 3 meme coins. Let me know what you think about them down in the comment section. And the main thing that I continue to see people asking me about and talk about is this market pullback, right? Oh my gosh, I wish I had more money to be able to buy this recent dip. Well, some people, they don't know how to find a side hustle or start a side hustle. So we here at the Bull Runners have found something that you can definitely use to help get yourself some more startup capital to put into this bull run. So check this out.
Hey Bull Runners, this is super time sensitive, especially if you're looking to stack more crypto before the bull run is over. Did you know that Visa and MasterCard lost a $5.5 billion class action lawsuit for imposing unfair fees on merchants and business owners. So if you own a business or if you know any business owners that process payments with Visa or MasterCard between 2004 and 2019, that's 15 years, you could actually be owed a refund of 1 to 1.5% of your total revenue from that period. That's a lot of money. For example, this business that generated 1.6 million in credit card revenue during those years is getting back $28,000. This business that generated over 7 million is getting back $93,000. And this business that generated over $20 million during those years is getting back over $320,000. That's money they didn't even know was on the table. And all they did was fill out a form through the link below this video. It literally takes less than a minute to see if you qualify, but you don't want to wait too long because the deadline to file is February 4th, 2025. So the sooner that you fill out the form below, the sooner that you can reclaim what's rightfully yours. Plus, if you don't have a business, you can actually earn 3% by referring businesses that do qualify by creating your affiliate account through the link below. So this is a no-brainer way to get money back in your pocket to use for your business, or if you want to use it for crypto or other assets to invest in, you can do that. So click the link below. Let's get you paid.